Good afternoon, new 1%. It's Satoshi Boomin coming at you with another video. And guys, thank you so much for all the likes, all the subscribes. I really appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying these Cardano updates, guys. We're talking about Cardano today. I got my hot tea and honey locked and loaded, ready to go. Let's get this show started. Looking at the price, guys, I mean, we've just been hanging here for the past couple of weeks. Really ain't much to say, guys. You all know we're just waiting on that Alonzo hard fork at this moment and waiting for more birds to be dropped. Looks like the minister of Ethiopia signed the agreement from IOHK and Charles, so hopefully those birds will be dropping soon. And as you know, we have a couple of months till the testnet comes out. We have the Plutus Pioneers being trained shortly. So there's a lot of good stuff coming out, guys. We're going to have a lot of decentralized applications on the blockchain. And this will be something that will be formidable to all proof of stake blockchains, guys. I happen to think we're in the right one. And I happen to think that we're in the blockchain that's going to actually change the world for the better. Looking at the 90-day chart, guys, when in doubt, zoom out. Things don't really look so bad. It just looks like, we're just been accumulating for the past, 30 days, past month, it seems. Not quite. Just a couple of weeks. We did hit a all-time high last month, but if we stay in this channel here, it looks like, we're just going to be accumulating, and that's okay. Whale's gonna whale, and yeah. Really can't do much about it. So the price isn't the news of the day, so let's move on. Before we get into the news of the day, guys, this video is sponsored by Poop Pool, ticker POOP. Please dump it in our pool and saturate us. I would agree, guys. Small stake pool operator, only one manager of this stake pool. So if you delegate to this gentleman here, you will be supporting Cardano and its long-term value by supporting small staked pool operators and giving someone a chance to make it in life. So thank you to Poop Pool for sponsoring this, guys. Only one owner, only a 3% margin, so not bad at all. They have a lot of pledge, a lot of active stake, so they should be making at least a block per epoch. Please go ahead and delegate some of your ADA on over here, and let's support the blockchain. Thank you again to Poop Pool. That is ticker POOP. Thank you again for sponsoring this video. All right, so we have the Hosk here. Charles Hoskinson reveals huge activity on Cardano. Cardano makes the spotlight again, following the latest reports that Charles Hoskinson dropped on social media. Check them out below. Online publication You Today notes that a recent video made with a new setup and software for screencasting, the IOHK founder, stated that an enormous amount of activity is taking place on Cardano right now, and I would agree. He addressed the roadmap, and it's important to note that he particularly mentioned native assets issued on Cardano, smart contracts, and peer-to-peer transactions, and so on. Check out the video below, which he addresses all kinds of important issues. Very, very long video. Great video, guys. You should definitely check it out. A follower said, "Love the new setup, and I couldn't help to notice you seem really relaxed and well rested. That's awesome. If that's the case, keep up the great work, sir. And I know that I'm new to Cardano 88 family, and I'm happy to be supporting something that aims to bring positive change to the world. Godspeed, 88 family." Someone else posted this right on. "I applied for Prudence courses being hosted by Lars. Even if it fills up, before I get the chance, I'll still be making ADA apps for content creators." Ooh. ADA apps for content creators? Me, perhaps? And hopefully we get some new developers into the code. Another sub said, "Can you show more of the team you're working with? It seems that there are quite a few of them. A Cardano's Hero series will be great. I guess you've kind of started that already." Yes, he does have people of IOHK. Very, very interesting stories those people have. Online publication above noted that the enormous amount of activity mentioned by Hoskinson includes large amount of non-fungible tokens being issued, as well as assets on Cardano that have been created. They also noted that after checking CardanoAssets.com site, Charles said that there are over 18,000 assets on this blockchain that have been created. The network is growing fast, and it is amazing to see this. Haters won't know. Haters are just going to say Ghost Chain. Haters are just going to say, oh, it's vaporware. Haters don't understand, man, what's going to happen. That's okay. Because think about it like this, bro. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. No truer words have been spoken, guys. Right now, they're in the fighting phase. Right now, they're saying, oh, this is a scam, S-Coin, blah, 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 blah. They're trying to fight us. But you know what? We welcome it. Because every time there's FUD, we buy. Or at least I do. I don't know about y'all, but at least I do. And like I said yesterday, I'm literally fiat poor. I cannot buy anymore. Cardano, I cannot buy anymore. VeChain, I cannot buy any more crypto. I'm strapped. So please stop fudding. Literally, you're going to make me go hungry because every time I FUD, it's like an automatic system in my brain. When I see FUD, I want to buy. I don't know. I'm just crazy. I do the opposite of what, retail investors do. So moving on. Cardano reveals its first supply chain solution in with ScanTrust. Now, I've seen some rumblings on Twitter that people were like, oh, well, Cardano's getting into tracking and tracing. They must be copying VeChain. Guys, chill. Like, they're not copying VeChain, guys. Even if they did copy VeChain, VeChain has its own merits, all right? VeChain can stand on its own two legs. There will be other blockchains just like VeChain out there that will do exactly what VeChain does. It's called competition. Who would have thought? Okay, blockchains working together and working in parallel with one another. Who would have thought? Guys, we have to get out of this tribalistic, reptilian lizard brain way of thinking, guys. We cannot return the monkey. We gotta stay, we gotta stay sentient. We gotta stay long-term focused, okay? So just because Cardano's coming out with a tracing solution does not mean that VeChain's going to zero or anything crazy like that. I literally see that stuff on Twitter, and I just fucking slap my head in just disbelief, all right? There are going to be lots of cryptos, just like there are, lots of streaming services right now. Netflix isn't the only streaming service you can go to. Hulu isn't the only streaming service you can go to, guys. Steam isn't only the only PC gaming store out there. Like, there's competition. Blockchains will be working together, working alongside each other. No one blockchain is going to win them all, okay? Now that that's out of the way, the Cardano Foundation is pleased to announce the live release of a unique supply chain traceability and anti-counterfeit solution together with ScanTrust, connected goods and products platform that provides digitization for brand protection, supply chain traceability, and consumer management to Fortune 500 companies and small to medium enterprises in over 168 countries worldwide. Wow. The Cardano ScanTrust solution allows brand owners to leverage traceability and targeted data functions of ScanTrust's physical or secure QR codes, together with the speed and low cost of the Cardano blockchain for supply chain traceability and anti-counterfeit uses. The live implementation of the supply chain solution, first revealed in December of 2020, is complete and already being successfully used in a proof of concept implementation with Georgian artisan wine producer Bia's Wine. Cool. Bia's Wines is a family-owned vineyard nestled in the Emerity region in western Georgia at an elevation of 213 above sea level. They export more than a dozen countries. Wow. Bia's Wine spans 3 generations of expert winemakers, now under the leadership of the Abudizi sisters, one of whom have made the coveted 30 under 30 list. So looks like these ladies right here, easy on the eyes indeed. All right. So the Cardano Scan Trust application will connect metadata on the Cardano blockchain to unique and traceable Scan Trust QR codes on the Bia wine bottles destined for international markets. This allows for detailed visualization built from every touch point and interaction along Bia's wine supply chain journey. So why are companies doing this, guys? Why are companies trying to bring trust into their products? The Great Reset, guys. Of course, we're trying to make it more sustainable, trying to bring back trust into the market. I remember doing a video on VeChain a couple of weeks back where, H&M, their subsidiary, did not want to do business with certain Chinese manufacturers because they were still employing sweatshop tactics. When globalization occurs, guys, actually it already is occurring, the haves will be the have-nots. We are currently in the greatest transfer of wealth known to man, bro. And people don't see it. I still even can't fully grasp the concept of what we are currently in. And, with these phygital items, if you did not watch my VeChain video, I don't know why you didn't watch my VeChain video. You need to go back and watch it. A phygital is a physical and digital item. This is also sort of the new world order here, guys. We've already blended physical and digital items in our lives as we know it now. Think about it. A lot of us have online avatars. A lot of us have, our Facebook profiles and all that. And it blurs the lines between, physical and digital likeness. So this is the future. Things are going to be digitized. And the good thing about it is what Cardano is doing is exactly what VeChain is doing, from farm to table, or in this instance, from winery to table, I guess. Yeah, because you drink wine on the table, obviously. So yeah, guys, this is awesome. Again, a part of the Great Reset as well. A recent study concluded that 94% of customers are more likely to be loyal to a brand that offers supply chain traceability, while 73% are willing to pay more for a product that is transparent in all attributes. MIT found that customers are willing to pay up to 10% more for products coming from brands that offer a high degree of transparency and product origin. So that's another reason why they're doing that. All right, guys, so moving on. This was a very, very, very interesting article here. Not an article, but a very, very interesting post. I wanted to take a look at it because a lot of people are excited about Africa. This person is supposedly from Africa, or his family is in Africa. He said he's never been there. He's never been there himself, so take that into consideration. So yes, take this write-up with a grain of salt. And the reason why is because he's never been there. But, there has been stuff going on. Ethiopia is right now, very, very violent. According to the news, I haven't been to Ethiopia. If anybody is in Ethiopia in my comment section, please let me know how it is down there. So he said he spent the last 24 hours getting some surface level knowledge of ADA, Cardano, and Alta Prism. And I must say I'm impressed. East Africa is a great place for Cardano to invest in projects. Somalia essentially uses cell phone talk time as virtual currency. That's true. Kind of like what Dent is trying to do right now. Kenya's population is massive, young, and tech savvy. Ethiopia also has great potential, but in my opinion, the rumored partnership with Ethiopia could actually be bad for Cardano and crypto. I'm not going to go into the details of what's going on in Ethiopia right now. It's all over the news for you to look up for yourself, and it's far too depressing for me to read. The level of violence and distrust among the population is truly unprecedented, and it would be an understatement to say that the current government has lost its legitimacy to many Ethiopians. That kind of sounds eerily familiar to the United States, to be honest. Everything is politically fraught. No one can seem to agree on anything. And there are growing fears that the country may descend into further ethnic conflict. Are we talking about Ethiopia or are we talking about America right now? Holy crap. It's not the government, time, or place Cardano wants to partner with. If you want to look at it solely from a strategic perspective and remove the human factor, a partnership with Ethiopia is far more likely to lead to failure at this time and can only negatively impact the project. I really don't agree with that. I mean, businesses fail all the time. I don't really think that that would negatively impact the project. It's a decentralized protocol, bruh. I don't know how that would negatively impact the project, but let's continue. This is not to say that Cardano can't have a massive impact on lives of hundreds of millions of Africans. I'm only suggesting a cautious approach that is cognizant of the unique challenges people of Africa face. People should consider how the adoption of something like Alta Prism might impact the people who don't want to use the technology for one reason or another. Will they still have access to government and financial services? Should they consider how the technology might be used in nefarious ways? There have been recent instances of civilians in Ethiopia singled out and murdered by armed groups by the government using ethnicity designation found on current Ethiopian IDs. Even before the massive upswing in ethnic violence, many people avoid getting IDs out of general distrust for the government. Somalia is actually shopping around for someone to help it implement its national identification program, something it desperately needs. There are reportedly thousands of fake soldiers on the government's payroll. The country is racked with rampant corruption, and the lack of institutional trust would make something like a decentralized blockchain a godsend. Unfortunately, Somalia is still a fragile state and will be for some time. Any partnership with the government is likely to line the pockets of some warlord. Once recovered, I think Somalia has a real shot of being the first nation to abandon real money for virtual currency. Djibouti and Eritrea are relatively small nations and also dictatorships that are unlikely to relinquish that level of control. Well, have fun staying poor, I guess. Kenya has also a lot of the same problems as its neighbors, but it's not nearly as bad. If I was going to make moves in Africa, it would be here. I have great hope for the Horn region. I have no doubt that in the near future, all countries will reach their full potential, but this rumored partnership is not a good idea right now. So he posts some valid points, but people have, Cardano has people with boots on the ground there already. I think they have a couple of offices there. I don't think it would be bad for Cardano. Alta Prism, it is an identity management solution. These are ways that we can help these people, have not only a digital identity, but also be able to insure their products, being able to have a financial identity as well. And again, if you're living in Ethiopia and you're experiencing violence, please leave, man. You got to leave. Learn a different language, immigrate, bus tables, do whatever you got to do to get up out of there. Because, why would you want to be somewhere where you're not welcome? Kind of like the people still living in Syria. I really don't understand, man. Like, your whole part of your country's been bombed. Leave. Go somewhere safer. Easier said than done without identity management. So let's just take that into consideration. I'm sure that Cardano and IOG have, planned for this. They have boots on the ground already. So this should not be that much of an issue. I don't think that even if Alta Prism fails in Ethiopia, I don't think that, the project or Cardano will be negatively affected. Businesses have initiatives that fail all the time, and crypto is no different. So we just need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and start all over again. I mean, it ain't really not much to it but to do it. So briefly, guys, we talked about this yesterday. The data credited to Cardano's analytic firm shows that Cardano had an average of 513 daily GitHub commits in the last 30 days, while Consumer and Polkadot had 421 commits respectively. But the largest smart contract platform on Ethereum only managed to accrue 305 daily average GitHub commits the last 30 days. So we already know that Cardano is the most developed on blockchain in history. So, we don't really need to spend too much time on that because we talked about it yesterday. And then here, guys, this is the Cardano Foundation talking about transparency. Basically, they say they want to be more transparent. They're going to tell us about things that are going in the pipeline, but there's a lot of NDAs. That's basically what they're saying. So there's a lot of NDAs. They want to tell us stuff, but they can't right now, and they will in the future. That's basically what this whole thing says. I'm not going to read into it the whole way because we are coming up on 21 minutes. I didn't know I was blabbering on for that long. Thank you to our sponsor, Poop Pool. Ticker POOP. Go ahead and dump your ADA in that pool and saturate it with that good Taco Bell goodness. We have a very, very high live stake and active stake, guys, to ensure that they will produce at least one block per epoch, guys, and they only have one pool owner. So this means that they are a very, very small stake pool operation. If you're staking to Binance, if you're staking to, one of the big stake pools, please consider coming on over to a small stake pool like this. This pool is literally the shit. All right, guys, very, very low saturation, still at 1% saturation. They have a long ways to go to be saturated. And if you delegate to these guys, especially since they only have 6 delegators, you should be able to make a decent amount of rewards, guys. With the low margin fee, the low amount of delegations, the rewards should be pretty big, pretty hefty. All right, guys, so thank you to Poop Pool. Ticker, again, POOP. Here is the pool ID right here. Make sure you're delegating to the regular poop. And yeah, guys, hit me up on Twitter as well if you run a stake pool and you need somebody to shout you out. Let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. And finally, thank you to my wonderful Patreon subscribers: AJ, Brett Gullicaus, Macaris, Sergio, Lassie Nielsen, The Fernline, Jeffrey, Ethan, AmericanHomeRemedies.com, Maryland for Crypto, Boost Wayne, Fruzdin, Brady Adams, Joel Menez, Kyle Bachi, Cryptos, VET.SI, Eric Parr, at Dig the Voice for the People, HBDSouthBay.com, Daniel A, Crypto Chemtrails, Climax ZH, Angela Schroyer, Craig Wadding, C. Vale, Maker Dow Crumbs, and Bearder. Thank you so much for your wonderful Patreon support, guys. I'm going. I love you. Don't let your memes be dreams. I will talk to you tomorrow with the VeChain updates. Goodbye.